Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Bear with me here. Because I want to bring as many people as I can to doing this. Because it's a whole different world. And you all have to see it. It's amazing. Everything that you know, wrong. Wrong. Totally wrong. So I'm going to start with this. I wrote some stuff out so I wouldn't forget. So then we can get through some stuff here. So, do you sometimes feel like you don't belong here? Do you question why everyone's killing themselves to get into debt? Why do you feel like you come from a different planet? Do you feel like you just don't fit in here? In your world, the world that you're living in, your life, everything around you. Do you just feel like, okay, there's got to be more than this? Does that question haunt you? There's got to be more than this. If that question haunts you, I'm your girl. So, are you an outcast? Are you a loner? Are you rebellious and curious? Are you the black sheep of the family? If you answered yes to any of that, this video is for you. So, I'm going to read what I wrote. I will show you how to transform your world to more peace, freedom, and happiness. It's not that difficult to do. It just requires a commitment by you. That's all it requires. You don't have to do anything extra or anything else. It just requires your commitment. And let me explain. Your commitment is necessary for two things. You have to be open-minded. Your heart and your mind have to be open. It's not that you're not going to fall. You're gonna. But you're not going to look at falling as a bad thing. You're going to look at it as a good thing. And let me explain. So you know how they talk about rock bottom? Oh, well, you know, an addict or whoever, they have to hit rock bottom to come back up. We look at rock bottom as a negative thing, yes? It's not. The reason that you went to rock bottom, I don't care what your rock bottom is. I don't care. Mine was constantly repeating the same type of relationships over and over again. I literally started questioning myself. What was broken in me that I needed to fix so I could have better relationships. And I didn't want it just as in a committed relationship, but in all relationships. And I kept this focus. This was what I was answering. And I was looking around me. And if you watch my videos, you know that I do delivery. So I see a lot of things out there. I can put on anywhere from 600 to 1,200 miles in a week. And I live in the 5th largest city in the country. So it You see a lot of things. And I'm not one of those delivery drivers that I don't like the short distance orders. So I don't care if I'm getting paid $5 to go 2 miles. I don't care about that order. I'll take it if there's not much else out there, but I'd rather do the long distance ones. And reason being is because majority of the time they pay better. Yes, everybody talks about, but you're not getting paid on the way back. You see, I don't care that I'm not getting paid on the way back. Here's why I don't care. Because at that moment, when I'm driving from this place to get back to the area that I need to get so I can get more orders, I assure you that during that time frame, I'm nice and I'm peaceful, and before I even hit the area, I mean, I can be 2-3 miles out from wherever that busy area is, and I'm getting pinged with 2 orders. I still have to go back out. But when you go out and you come back, you tend to get those. I know people say, you drive a car that's good on gas. But the truth is, I enjoy that peaceful time in between there. I have to pay my bills, yes, but I enjoy the peaceful time. And so I prefer to do the long distance ones. The other reason for why I like doing the long distance ones is because that quick stop and go, turning on and turning off your car is going to put more wear and tear on it than if I'm taking it long distance. So I'm taking it out where I'm not going to have to be stopping constantly. So I'm going to be using less of my brakes. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back and not have a lot of whatever, but I'm not sitting in stop and go traffic constantly like the people who take the small orders. Or I shouldn't say small, I should say the lower mileage orders. Now, I don't take anything. My rule of thumb is it has to be $1 a mile. I don't take anything that's crazy or anything. It has to be a bare minimum of $1 a mile. And then my other rule is a bare minimum of $5. I will run an order that's a mile up the road for $5 if there's nothing else out, because it's kind of in between lunch and dinner. But I really don't want to be doing a lot of those. I don't like those quick ones. I just don't like them. Anyways, I share this with you so you understand that I have a lot of time to think. And as I started on this journey, I started thinking about rock bottom. I mean, because if you've watched my other videos, you know that I felt like I had hit rock bottom with the last major relationship that I had, because that ended horribly. And I was manipulated and games were played with me, and then I got arrested on lies. But that was my rock bottom. But I started, you can see I've got videos. If you watch previous videos, I talk about that night a couple of different times. But that's when I handed over and said, I don't have the strength. I need you to guide me. And once I did that, I started to realize that, because a lot of crazy stuff started to happen to me after that, and they were hard. But what I realized was we're looking at it wrong. It's not rock bottom. The reason that you're down there, the reason you fell is not because you did something wrong. You fell because the foundation you built was not strong. So when we say we're hitting rock bottom, you're not hitting rock bottom. You're starting over so you can rebuild that foundation stronger than it was before. Now, as you build that foundation, you're going to have other falls along the way. You're going to start looking at obstacles not as a bad thing. You're going to look at obstacles as, okay, this just got thrown at me. How do I build so then I don't have to deal with this again? And you build it. And then you never have to deal with it again. Because you built a foundation for it that when it comes at you, you don't have to deal with it because you already know how to handle it. It's done. It's over with. You don't then it just becomes second nature to start just when these obstacles get thrown at you, you're just like, yeah, whatever. You just start dealing with them like it's no big deal. And you start to realize that the world around you is the way it is because you haven't gotten to know yourself. And until you get to know yourself, you're going to stay in some crappy situations. And getting to know yourself is not that difficult. I've been through it. I'm going through it. And I'm going to tell you, when I started on this journey, I thought I wanted to get to the end of it. I couldn't wait. What's at the end? What's at the end? What's at the end? Every time I would fall. Back then I would say rock bottom. I would say, okay, how did I get here? What did I do? I got to change this. And then I would look at, oh, why did I freak out when they said this? Oh, I freaked out because of this. Okay, then it would bring up a little pain and I'd be like, okay, let's deal with this pain. We're going to sit with it. We're going to let it be. We're going to let it do what it needs to do. And it's an emotion, so it's temporary. It's going to go away. All emotions are temporary. And once it goes away, the next time somebody tries to trigger you with that, because they have in the past, they can't. You healed it. It doesn't bother you anymore. It doesn't trigger you. That's all you got to do is build your foundation. And it's not as difficult as it sounds. The last 5 years, I've found an amazing way to do it. But you have to have two things. Two things you have to agree to is an open heart and an open mind. Now, you're going to fall. You're going to fall. But you're not going to look at a fall as, oh my God, I fell. You're going to look at it as, okay, I need to build a stronger foundation. How do I do that? And once you start looking at everything as, how do I build a better foundation, you never have to deal with it again. Because you're never going to fall back down to that level again because you built a solid foundation as you grew. What's at the top? I don't know. And in the beginning, that's all I could think of. What's at the top? What's at the top? But the more I get into doing this and my curiosity and I'm growing spiritually and I'm getting stronger with my walk with the man upstairs, all I can say, I don't even care anymore what's at the end. I don't care what's at the top. Because everything that I am learning during this journey is making me feel so much more connected to him. And each time I go a little further, the connection is more. And you can start to feel. You can start to feel that you're on the right track. And then you can start to see your progress. And then you can start to go, okay. And you're going to fall back down again. We all do. Nobody's going to get mad at you for how many times you fall either. If you have to fall 1,000,000 times, nobody's going to be mad at you. Your journey with the man upstairs is your journey. It's not anybody else's. Not at all. It's nobody else's journey but yours and his. If you're lonely, you are so lonely. And sometimes you cry out at night. This is where you belong. Listen to what I'm telling you and start putting it into play. Pay attention to what's around you. You're going to find you. And once you start to find you and you realize how magnificent you are, the world opens up. It's different people that you interact with. It's you're so comfortable in your skin. You are just so comfortable with who you are. You don't care about any of the external validation stuff anymore. That is irrelevant to you. Because that don't matter. This matters. And the more you get to realize that, the more beautiful this world becomes. It's amazing. Come join me. Come on. I want to take as many of you with me on this journey. If you're already on this journey and you're ahead of me, oh please come and help. Come and help show me some things, because I would love to learn as much more as I can about this stuff. I'm floating on cloud 9, guys. I can't even express it to you. The nobody can push my buttons. They can't poke the lion anymore because the lion just doesn't give a fuck. You just keep poking because that little stick that you got in your little hand ain't hurting this big old lion, so we don't care. It's like a toothpick. You don't care. You realize that those people with the toothpick looked like they had big old sticks. Once you build that solid foundation under you, you look at those people and you're like, this is just a little toothpick. What the hell was I acting up the way I was for? Because you didn't know yourself. But you're going to find yourself. I can help you on how to find yourself. But if you're ahead of me, please reach out, because I would love to learn and grow so much more than I have. Anyways, we are building our soul tribe here. We are building a future world of kindness, love, and compassion. It's exactly what we're building. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen whether people want it to or not. It's going to happen. You can't see it all around you. It's going to happen. I'm so excited to be alive right now at this point in time. We're sitting on the cusp of some amazing freaking history here right now. I'm just floored by it. I won't keep you much longer. I should probably get myself to bed so I can go to work too. Got bills to pay. Anyways, I actually like what I do. Anyways, so if you are stuck or anything else, reach out. We can figure out how to get you to the next level and make your foundation stronger. My contact information's below. If you want to leave a post down below, that's fine too. If you don't want it to be public like that, that's fine. I leave you a number and an email. The number is a cell phone, so you can text. I will get the text. So feel free to reach out, because we're building our soul tribe here. No matter what, we're building our soul tribe here. Come build with me. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a day or two. Bye. Love ya.